because you know why it's actually quite a beautiful day, right? The 30th day, which is the last day of the month, means that, you know, salary will be paid. So you see all of us shining teeth. Now only the first week when I pay salary, they sweet. After that first week, oh boy, you wouldn't think, you would ration yourself like, okay, I've got to ration myself. You know, you would all the responsibilities where you don't tag like this: transport, feeding, chores, all of them like that, miscellaneous. You would count, you go package all of them different. Only that first week you'll be like, man, I'll stop small. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, welcome to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Esther Wachuku. On the Evening Rush, we look at issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape, issues that actually affects every segment of Nigeria's polity, and we try to look at it from a prism of objectivity without any form of bias, have a comprehensive analysis to the situation that we discuss right here, and then we come to a resolution. Sometimes you guys call and ask questions that every day we talk, there is no action, nobody's listening, nobody's doing anything. Trust me, they're listening. Most of the aides of the government actually have persons whom they ask to listen to radio stations, specifically some radio stations that are quite vocal, like Voice of the People, and some television stations. They listen, they pay adequate attention, they hear all the things that you say. So if you think they're not listening, they're listening. This is the best that we can do. As media organizations, we are representatives for the fourth estate of the realm. We're a bridge between the people and the government that supposedly represents them, and the idea is to transmit whatever information that they tell the people. We actually is a medium for communication, and you know, vice versa. So on the Evening Rush, we look at all of these issues and then we'll dissect it from the analysts that we have, sometimes who joined us live in the studio, sometimes they join us virtually or via the telephone, and we get to hear your responses either via calls or via WhatsApp messages. So once again, I officially welcome you to the program. Today is September 30 and tomorrow is 1st of October, Independence Day. If you've been following us, we have a special program for you. The news team has a special program for you, so join us from 12 noon to 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to be looking into Nigeria's Independence Day. We're going to be asking specific questions in several areas that has either united Nigeria or fragmented Nigeria, and what are the issues. We'll look at all of this and then look for how a solution can be made so that we can have that kind of conversation and see what area Nigeria needs to focus on in moving forward. Okay, so join us on YouTube. We do this on YouTube as well. We stream on YouTube at VOP 903. So kindly go on your YouTube application, either on your iOS device or Android device. Type VOP 903 FM and you can join us live. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has dismissed claims of Christian persecution in Nigeria. President dismissed the claim, saying it's a lie from the pit of hell. Now, speaking on Tuesday at the inauguration of development projects at the launch of Governor Hope Uzodima's book in Imo State, Tinubu rejected the narrative of religious targeting in the country. Interesting. He says they lie all over the place that we have religious persecution. Our Muslim brothers and sisters, our Christian brothers and sisters are united. No religious persecution in Nigeria. It is a pit from hell. It is a lie from the pit of hell. This remarks follows accusations by an American comedian and political commentator, Bill Maher, who claimed that Nigeria has been systematically targeting its Christian population. Maher alleged that over 100,000 Christians have been killed since 2009 and 18,000 churches burned by Islamist groups, describing the situation as a genocide. Now, that's not the only interesting thing taking place in Nigeria's polity. 130 Yoruba groups actually petitioned the United Nations over impending genocide, the one of terrorist invasion of southwest Nigeria. This is a coalition of 130 pan-Yoruba groups petitioning the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, warning of an alleged plan by terrorist forces to wage war on the Yoruba people of western Nigeria. The letter was signed by the Alliance for Yoruba Democratic Movement and sent to Guterres. The group said the September 17, 2025 killing of 15 people in Okeode community, Falodun local government area of Kwara State, was carried out by Fulani terrorists and should be seen as a prelude to a wider invasion of Yoruba territories. If you've seen the videos, a lot of them whose husbands were killed in their farms, crying out, it was gory, and they did not just do it in the night. They came in broad daylight, like they were sending a message. Recently, Kwara has been receiving an onslaught of killings by these terrorist groups. So many communities have been deserted. IDP camps are now being erected in Kwara State, and all of a sudden there is an identity, self-identity, or will I say ethnic identity uprising. The Yoruba group are saying that it's better for us to go our separate ways. We are not a conquered nation. We are not supposed to be colonized. They refer to the fact that the jihadists have been trying to take over their territory since 1804, and writing to the United Nations that they will no longer continue to tolerate this onslaught by this group of persons. They allege that Yoruba people have suffered over a century of violence from these extremists, that they have endured so much violent torture in the hands of these extremists since 1804. Jihad was launched, describing the latest string of violence as a continuation of the extremists. The group cited a series of past attacks, which includes the killing of traditional leaders such as the Olufo of Ifo, Oba Israel Adeusi on November 2020, the Onimojo of Imojo, Oba Olatunde Samuel Olushola, the Elesun of Sun, Oba David Babatunde Ogunsona, and the bombing of St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State in June 2022, where 40 worshippers were killed by Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. The General Secretary, Popola Ajayi, was the one who signed the petition, and they are asking the UN to compel Nigeria to uphold the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, that they should convene an emergency Security Council meeting on Nigeria to push for restructuring and self-determination and dissuade Ukraine from allegedly fueling terrorism in the Sahel. So basically, who are the signatories to this group? For example, you have the Oduwa People's Congress, OPC New Era, Oduwa Nationalist Coalition, Network for Yoruba Alliance, Southwest Professionals Forum, Okun People's Association, Yoruba Artisans and Traders Association, and Kwara Indigenous Peoples League, amongst others. Quite interesting, isn't it? Some would say that the Yorubas know how to hold their own and fight for themselves compared to possibly other ethnic groups. Interesting. Meanwhile, Independence Day Parade has been cancelled. The federal government told us today they did not give us any other reason. However, every other activity like the national broadcast that is routinely done by the president at 7 o'clock in the morning will hold, as well as other traditional rites and dances and all, but there will be no parade. Why? We weren't told, and obviously we weren't informed about that. Now, moving on to some other stories I'll be looking into at the evening rush. We have Chief Bode George of the PDP telling us that the new INEC chair must not impose any president for them in 2027, that if that happens, all hell will break loose. In fact, he warned INEC to be very careful. If they do what they did in 2023, if they dare try it, they will not like the consequences of their action. And the warning is not even being given to Mahmoud Yakub. The warning is being given to the new INEC chair, whom we do not know yet, but he's already sending a warning to the persons. There are speculations or talks that this person is going to be from the Southwest, and that being an appointee of the president, the person is meant to work on behalf of the president. We don't know if that's how it works, but obviously we have not yet been officially told who the new INEC chairman will be. Chief Bode George is warning the person not to impose any president on Nigerians. Meanwhile, the president is telling us that Nigeria is turning a corner and that the worst is actually, the worst is over. Nigeria is getting better. So the big question is this: if Nigeria indeed is getting better, why are we still experiencing worsening insecurity? You're very well aware of what happened to an Arise TV young female presenter, aged 29-year-old Somto Maduagu. She was killed. Apparently, 14 armed robbers invaded their residence where they reside. It's about a block of flats, 15 of them. And based on what we were told by Elginiko Okwe, she tried to run away. You know how those guys, what they do to young ladies, right? It's not they don't just I don't want to think about it. It's not something to actually ever imagine. So she jumped, but that she was even still, okay, she was alive, but she went to the hospital. The hospital refused to attend to them, she and the security man. Insecurity had been bedeviling many parts in Abuja, not just in Abuja, the north, the southwest, the southeast. It's everywhere. And the president says that the worst is actually over. Well, let's see if that's basically how it tags. Okay. Now, Abike Dabiri Erewa is condemning the inhumane treatment of Nigerians in India. She's condemning alleged acts of sexual violence on Nigerians who reside in India, physical abuse on Nigerians as well in India. She said their alleged rape, assault, forced administration of unknown substances as heartbreaking and unacceptable. And especially Nigerian girls who are held in deportation camps in New Delhi, India. So she stated that the disturbing accounts and videos shared by some of the victims show that the young women are subjected to inhumane treatment, grave violations of their dignity and fundamental human rights. Okay, meanwhile, Omoyele Sowore appeared in court today and he said that his life is actually being threatened by the Wike group because of all that he has been able to divulge against Nyesom Wike. He's calling on Nigerians to say that this is not the first time he's going to be exposing this, that the case of Nigeria requires somebody dying, and that if that is what it takes, then it and the country gets to a good direction, then fine. He also made statements that this is not the first time he's been calling out the atrocities of the government. Also, he appeared in court as well for the statement where he called the president a criminal. The DSS had given him a couple of days to retract his statement. Omoyele Sowore did not retract it, and so they proceeded to court. Unfortunately, the case has been postponed to another date. Apparently, they were not ready when they came to court today. There were no proper representation of the matter. According to what Omoyele Sowore said, it was like they just forced the person to come to the court without giving the person details. He wasn't served. A lot of things were not properly done. We were looking into that in the course of the conversation at this evening. Meanwhile, the presidency has eventually welcomed Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to the 2027 presidential race. They wrote, "We welcome Jonathan to the 2027 race, but the court will decide if someone who was sworn in twice as president satisfies the constitutional requirements and eligible to contest the presidency again." This statement, as they said, was that the presidency on Monday said former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is free to contest, but apparently they will go to court to know if he is qualified to go again. It means that at the last minute, Jonathan could be disqualified by the court if any political party takes him on as a presidential candidate. So it may be a risk to take Goodluck Ebele Jonathan on as a presidential candidate, since Bayo Onanuga is making this statement. And obviously he made assertions that the former president is welcome. Nigerians will remember his dismal record in office. He said while the administration wholeheartedly welcomes Jonathan to the race, if he should decide to run, the former leader would have to contend with both constitutional hurdles and public perception. So, in other words, if Jonathan will have his date in the court of the land and will also have his encounter with the people as to whether he has anything new to offer after his disastrous 6 years for which they voted him out in 2015. There are other allegations that have come in to say that President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, as well as former now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he was the one that spearheaded the removal of Jonathan in 2015. All the plans were on all the situations that occurred at the time were all spearheaded by him. Critics have been calling out the president by saying that all of the things that he had called out Jonathan of is basically what he is doing. I think I actually got a recall. You sent me that, right? Basically accusations on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The statement recently made by him, I think I'm going to read it out. So, for example, when the president was governor, he sued the federal government for withholding local government funds. As president, he took the same action against Osun State. As governor, he spoke out against a state of emergency in Plateau State. However, as president, he declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. As governor, he criticized the corruption amongst members of government in the president's party. Yet, as president, many of his members have faced corruption accusations and he has remained silent or in some cases covered it up. He criticized the fuel subsidy removal, but upon becoming president, he removed the fuel subsidy. Everything he criticized while in opposition, he has done worse as president. They say that this administration is an administration of hypocrisy. Everything they fought for in 2015, or fought against rather in 2015, is what they are currently doing? Nigerians, we have a lot to actually discuss. I don't want to be the one to introduce all the topics, but we're going to look into each of this one by one. I'm actually expecting Mr. Femi Ferguson. I actually called him this afternoon to join us today. However, my guest in the studio, I actually have right here Mr. Tony Mbata. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening, Esther.
How are you?
I'm fine today.
And I also have Mr. Lawa Ekondaya. Mr. Lawa Ekondaya, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you?
Fine. I wish you good evening.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay.
So, let's look at this. The president has told us that Nigeria is turning a new corner and things are shaping up well and things are looking fine. The president said that the worst is actually over and that good things are actually coming on for Nigerians. In other words, that we should be patient. But you're seeing the skyrocketing spate of insecurity and some aspects of Nigeria's economy that is debilitating. Now, on paper, they tell us inflation is reducing for the 5th consecutive time. They tell us that the investment opportunities are coming on, but that's not what we're seeing in reality. That's basically not what it is. So what's your take on that, Mr. Tony?
Thank you. I know when you are reading it, I was smiling with my brother. We were all smiling because we know that APC government is a government of deceit. That's what they know how to do it. Since they came into power, we have seen it. Dollar will be this. Dollar is not. Petrol will be this. It's not. And all the rest of it.
He said Nigeria is better than
That's
what
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
10 years ago.
Nigerians know if they are better or not. So it's not a question of somebody going there to tell us. And also, we have seen all the things, all the shenanigans they are doing in power. We know what they are doing. And they cannot... Nigerians will tell you that, yes, they are better.
Okay.
Nigerians will tell you. But there's something I was studying today. 1914 amalgamation. Who are the people that signed it? You see that Nigeria is built on deceit. And that deceit is following us. The people they called, even they said... Dr. Nanda Azikiwe was 10 years when 1914 amalgamation. That was a weakness. Awolowo was 5 years. Tafawa Balewa was 2 years. And those people they mentioned there, those 6 people, who are they? That means British conquer all these things and gave to us. And those things have been haunting us. Like the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they say, we the Nigerians have decided where did we sit down to discuss about being one? So Nigeria is like a nemesis following us because we have not gotten it right. We need to go back to the basis.
Okay.
To sit down and to ask ourselves fundamental question. Are we really one? If we are one, how do we run this country? Because most of the leaders from the president of the Federal Republic, they don't love this country. What they are doing it to enrich themselves and their cronies. They are not doing it for the betterment of average Nigerians. They are deceiving Nigerians.
The president told Nigerians that they should refrain from saying terrible things or speaking ill of the country.
Why wouldn't we say it when the president was busy defending himself, telling the world not to release his paper? Why wouldn't we say it when the president was there giving us a school that he never attended, Federal Government College? Why? The Nigerian government are demarketing themselves outside. Not Nigerians. They will tell you that a refinery is working, whereby they will go and buy fuel and put one of the refineries and show Nigerians. Are we going to keep quiet? You see all this thing going, and you say we should keep quiet because we are like my 6-year-old baby, Chisemdo. Now, whatever you tell her, she will believe you. Even sometimes she will tell you no. Nigerians, we know the truth, and we keep saying the truth that we don't have patriotic leaders. In fact, the only person I can vouch is Obasanjo. I keep saying it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why is Obasanjo?
If you look at Obasanjo's appointment. Even from Nigerian Biafran War, it was Obasanjo that did most of the thing to bring people together. Look at Obasanjo's appointment.
That was at the war front.
Yes, it was
Obasanjo. That was even the last battalion that led to the defeat.
Go and read what Obasanjo did. Go and read about the war. And read when Obasanjo was civilian president. All the institution that is working in this country is built by Obasanjo. Are we talking about EFCC? It was during time of Obasanjo that we see an Inspector General of Police was prosecuted.
So if that was the case, why was he wanting to go for a third term?
If Obasanjo wanted to go third term, Obasanjo would have gotten that in. I'm telling you.
But he fought for third term.
But the only thing Obasanjo did that today I am crying was weak INEC. Because Obasanjo started this thing that INEC is doing today. When Maurice Iwu was there, you will be in polling booth. Maurice Iwu will call election. Obasanjo told us it is do or die affairs. When he called Omar Dua, are you alive? They say you are dead. So apart from that, our election, Obasanjo was the only leader in this country I respect.
Okay, Mr. Lawal Kundaya, the president told us that dismissed claims while he went to Imo State to inaugurate some, will I say, projects for Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Some of the residents complained that there were last-minute facelifts on some of the projects just to look good. So as the president was coming to commission them. But the president actually denied that what the statement by a particular presenter in America that Nigerian Christians were being persecuted by the Islamist jihadist movement, that it wasn't true. He said that it's a lie from the pit of hell, and that Christians and Muslims are working together and living in harmony in Nigeria. And he refuted to state that the killings ongoing, if it is not deliberately targeted at the Christians, it's happening across board. It's happening. He did not say that, but said that our Muslim sisters and Christian brothers, everyone is doing okay. Do you think Christians are persecuted in Nigeria? Because people now started bringing out videos of so many people who were killed in churches, the raping taking place in so many areas, the killing of Deborah because of blasphemy, and the way they supported it. Even a woman who recently was supposedly misrepresented in her quote in one of the states, she was recently killed as well by a group of monks. And there are talks that the Christians, especially in some northern areas, are not given any peace to break. The killings in Benue are being suspected to be targeted at Christians. Even in Jos Plateau State is targeted at Christians. The southern Kaduna killings is targeted at Christians. But the president said that there is no Christian killing or persecution in Nigeria, that both religious groups are in sync. What's your take on that?
Now, let's first of all establish the fact that there are killings going on in Nigeria that's supposed not to, let me say, illegal killings, because there is legal killing. You can kill somebody legally. That is, if the court say,
there's no courts. There have been a lot of bloody killings. There's no even need to do legal anything.
No, there's something that I'm trying to go talk about. You get what I'm trying to say is that when you say persecution, that means somebody who's innocent is being, targeted for a crime that he or she did not commit. That is persecution. That person did not face justice, or he faced a shabby justice, like the one that happened in Sokoto.
What are you describing?
What I'm trying to say is that the first thing is that there are killings going on in Nigeria that are supposed not to be.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to establish.
Okay.
Now, the second thing is that if you look statistically, we'll say the people who are being killed unjustly, who are they, or what is their religion? This is before you cannot say whether they are Christians or they are non-Christians, or they are Muslim, or they are traditional. So that most of the people who are being attacked, they are Muslim Christian communities. Most of them are always Christian communities. I'm talking statistically. I'm not talking, just because we heard about it. We're talking about the facts, like the Owo killings, like the Shuaib girl in Sokoto, like the lady.
Because the narrative that is coming on is that because of the recent declaration of the state of Palestine, that Israel is trying to do what you call a way of, like they always say, if you want to hang a dog, you give it a bad name. So, for example, they're making references to other countries where people have the same ideology as Hamas. So in Nigeria, you have Boko Haram. In Kenya, you have Al-Shabaab. And you have Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. You have ISWAP as well, Islamic West African State Province and all of that stuff. You have all of these attackers in African countries, in European nations as well, that they have the same ideology, the same movement, the same agenda. So Israel is trying to say we are battling Hamas, and Nigeria is battling Boko Haram, which is an affiliation of Hamas, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, and all of that. So they're saying that this movement happened is affecting almost all regions. So in other words, they want to identify with the Christian community in Nigeria, and they feel that this is their propaganda. That's what the some influencers and supporters, or those who are opposing the statement by this American presenter, they're saying that that is a mirage they're trying to present via social media, and that it's usually their plan, that the Western nations are the ones that cause insecurity in most of this country, and then they stand back, they stay behind while these nations burn aground. That's the way they're describing what's happening.
Let me clarify some things.
Okay.
The war between Hamas and Israel is not a religious war. It has to do with their land. So they are
fighting. It's a territorial thing.
Yes, it's a territorial war between the two of them. Because when you go to Israel, it's got that even Muslims they have higher numbers in Israel than even the Christians. So even the Jew, they are there. So many other religions. So that one is a territorial thing. Now, when you come to West Africa, you hear something about ISWAP, Islamic State of West African Province. So they declare that place as their province, and they are taking over it. That is the meaning of that ISWAP. That this is our province. This is our land.
You're
our
declaring
area
a state within a state that is indigenous, that is independent. You just come and forcefully take over the community and say it's yours.
It. So anyone who affiliate with them is affiliating to have that
and then they force people to accept their indoctrination. Province. Okay.
Now, when you come to Nigeria, that is the Boko Haram. Boko Haram means against Boko. We don't want Boko.
Western education
yes,
is a
Western,
sin.
that's their own ideology. That Western education, we know that Western education, pollute their religion. So they don't want it. So they indoctrinate their people and they don't stop where they are. When you are preaching, so that's why people begin to wonder what exactly is your motive. It's totally different from what you are doing. If you are preaching something, you talk to people and let people decide whether they prefer your idea or what you preach or not. But their own, they force it, and then they use weapons, and then they attack. Some people don't even know what you are talking about, who you don't even preach to. And then gradually they are taking over territories. That's why some people were saying that this Boko Haram and the ISWAP and the Hamas, that they have something in common. Because you see them that they don't stop. If you are saying Boko Haram, that you don't want Western education, that means you'll be talking to your people. And they'll be listening to you. Not that you'll be attacking others who don't believe in your ideology, or who just stay in their own. They are even far away from you. And then you are attacking them, and then taking over their land, and then occupying that place, and then chasing them away. So you can see that it has some kind of element of relation to ISWAP and the Hamas. So those are those things that we are seeing now. And from there, it started from Borno, it started spreading down. And it's got that most of the people who are affected are the people who don't do their religion. That is what we notice. For example, the Owo attack, the Plateau people, the Benue, the Niger, and you see that apart from the religion, they also go against ethnic groups that are not their own. For example, we are asking the one that happened in Benue. Who are those occupying that land now? After the president give directive that they set up a committee to settle. Now, after the committee, we don't hear anything again. What happened to that land that the people have been, taken to IDP camp? They've been taken away from their land to IDP camp. What happened to their land now? Somebody must be there now. Or are you telling me that the land is vacant? The same thing with the Kwara. Now, Ilorin. Now we have IDP in those areas too. Now, who is occupying that land? Is war going on in that land? If war is going on in that land, you say, okay, because we are still fighting these people, that is why we'll tell the people to still remain in Nigeria until we are able to clear that area. But nothing is going on at that moment in those areas. So who is occupying that land now is the question. So if you now get those questions of those who are occupying that land, then we can now say, for example, in Borno, you have IDP camp there. Now, what is going on in those areas where those people left? The areas they were removed. Who is occupying that land? These are the questions.
All right, Mr. Tony Mbata, very recently we heard about this 130 groups. I mentioned them here, and they're saying that compelling the United Nations to actually come hard on Nigeria. They're literally asking for self-determination, which they say is not a crime, that it's in the constitution, it's not a crime, and that they no longer want to be under the influence of this terrorists. They're literally saying, everybody go to your region, Fulani, go and stay in your region, buy your people if you want to buy your people, but you cannot come here, take over us, indoctrinate us by force, and you're killing our people, and that they have been suffering since 1804. This runs contrary actually to what this group of persons have been fighting for ever since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board. Now, it's not a wrong thing for cultural preservation and identity preservation. There is a resurgence and awakening of cultural and identity preservation since 2023. Although a couple of people look at it from a lens of politics. So there are groups that will say, "Oh, Yoruba first, Yoruba jobs only for Yoruba people, Southwest positions for only Southwest people. We don't want to merge with other groups." And now, because of that call, which has gained that kind of attention, like it has gained significance because they're really getting a lot of people to think in their own way, saying that anyone who doesn't align with what they want, the person is a stranger. Even if you have parents who are half Yoruba and half another group, they don't recognize you. They want everything Yorubanized. That's not a problem. It's people's choice. It's their will to do what they want to do. But now you're calling for this segregation. Do you think it's going to be good for the president who is from your region? That's one. Two, the president just told us that we should please stop speaking ill of the country. You're writing to the United Nations and telling them that all of these things going on in Kogi, you're not writing to the president that these people, look at what is going on. You're the chief security officer of the country. You're supposed to do something. So don't you think that this contravenes what they have been preaching? Some of them are in support of this administration. Some of them do not even care if the administration is doing well or not. The only thing is the president is their person, so they have to do anything to preserve him and protect him and defend him, especially if anyone criticizes. So this kind of call, would you call it reasonable? Because this is what similar to what Nnamdi Kanu was doing. The only thing is he was very voracious, and a lot of people went out of the law in exercising whatever it is was talked about.
Esther, it has not been proven
that what?
That some of them went out of their law and doing whatever they are doing until the court proves such.
Okay.
But although you ask, did you ask me or Mr. Kundai? Okay.
Okay, you want me to respond? Now let me tell you something.
I called your name.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You respond to that.
Esther, what those people are demanding is their legitimate right.
Okay.
That's why when I started, I said 1914, who signed for the amalgamation of Nigeria? And the answer is that thing is a fraud. It's a fraud. That they forced the British for their own economic good, forced almost 250 ethnic groups to be one. Different religion, different culture, different background. And they forced them together. Who are the people that signed it? You can't see. They say Zik was a witness 10 years. Awolowo was 5 years. Ahmadu Bello was 2 years. Can you imagine those things? So that's the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu and like minds are saying, we want Biafra. So what we need is to have a referendum.
Okay.
And after Nigerian Biafran war, there was a clause that any country that have a civil war, either 50 or 30 years, they have the right to go. And like Palestine now are trying to have their own state in Israel. And most of these people are supporting them. I know late Muhammad Buhari supported it. So why don't you allow people who want to go to go? If they want to go and conduct a referendum. If their people say, yes, we want to stay on our own, let them stay. It's their fundamental right. Many countries of the world did it. Russia, there was a time there was USSR. And many other countries did it peacefully. But why is it in Nigeria? Kill them, bring them. Because some set of people are economic dormant. They can't develop their place. And what they are using to develop their place come from one region. They don't want to work. Some believe that power belongs to them. Without power, they cannot. It's a national cake. But let us go. If we wish so. If we wish. And the way our leaders are doing, they have not shown us that we are one. Because anyone that enter there Look at the appointment. Look at whatever you are doing. He will not behave as a country leader, a leader of a country, or a president of a country, or a father of a country. He will not begin to look. This person did not vote for me. This person voted for me. This tribe did not vote for me. He will not dictate who to give the so-called national cake. When you look at all these things, you know that Nigerians, we are not one. Allow them. If they want to go, let the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with the help of UN, conduct a referendum. Biafra said they want to go. Let them go. If Arewa want to go, let them go. If River State, let them. After all, Togo, how many are they? Why must you force people to this forceful relationship? You want to force people to be that? No. Let us see if it will bring harmony and progress in Africa. Because what we need in this country or Africa is progress. And the issue is that with this, our slave masters allow this. That's why I say 1914 amalgamation. Who are the people? Because whatever they are doing is for their own economic gain. Okay. If the country is good, they will not move ahead. If the country is good, there will be unemployment in their place. But what they want to do, give us a leader that is not good, give us a country that is not good, so that there will be problem. It's like when you give somebody a salt, you now pour the person water. That's what they are doing. So if they want to go, they need a referendum, and it's their fundamental right.
Now let me respond to some things about what Mr. Mbata said. The first thing is that you talk about this 1916
1914 amalgamation,
and you said it was a fraud, which I do not agree. Now, you said that is the problem of Nigeria, which I still did not agree.
Okay.
Now, I'll start. That amalgamation was signed by some royal fathers. I'm not saying that they did it at the interest of their people or not. I'm not against it or not against it. That's one. The second one is that what I keep telling people, which I want Nigerians to understand, is that this same British from 1914 ruled this country till 1960. Why were we not fighting among ourselves?
No. Don't give a wrong narrative. British, when they were ruling us, do you know what was going on?
What?
A lot of injustice was going on. We know in South Africa, one, they are carrying
Talk about Nigeria.
One, they are carrying all our economic resources to their own to develop their place.
Mention two that
both palm oil, both our timber. I did investigation. African timber plywood, sapele, that the plywood and wood I served there, that the British carry from Africa, they are still using it up to tomorrow. They were not developed. They only develop their administrative headquarters.
Okay.
They have never these people that have never had any good intention for Africa, even up to date.
Okay, are you true? Now let me clarify.
And secondly, those people that you purportedly signed it, who are they? How old are they? I've told you that the same Zik was there when it was. Excuse me, you said people signed it, but according to the agreement, royal leader, who are they? How old are they? They say Zik was there, and Zik was 10 years. They say Abofoma Awolowo was there, he was 5 years. They say Tafawa Balewa was there, he was 2 years. Go and study these things. That is a fraud from the British. They know what they are doing.
Mr. Tony, you're right. It was to foster their own ambition.
Esther, you keep waiting. Somebody. Okay.
The British colonial governor served the nation of northern and southern Nigeria in 1914. It was driven by the British administrative convenience and the desire to use the southern resources to subsidize the north. So what exactly was the issue? It was not to unify Nigeria. It was basically to satisfy their own entity.
Which is what?
Interest.
Mention it now.
Calm down, Mr. Lawal. Okay, there's no reason for whatever. Now the question is this. As a British colonial governor who was responsible for overseeing the unification, Lugard's administration formalized the amalgamation of the northern and southern protectorate into one single entity. What was basically the reason? For financial reasons, okay? The basic idea was to ensure that they use a more prosperous southern Nigerian financial resource to support the administration of the less wealthy northern protectorate. That was one reason. The primary objective too was administrative unification to serve the interests of the British Empire and not to foster Nigeria's unity. to also create a unified state. It created a single political and administrative unit which became the basis of modern day Nigeria, giving power mostly to the north with all of the land resources they gave them, which makes them feel like every time the northerners are the ones to always be in charge of Nigeria. Go ahead, what do you want
Good. Now, let me clarify some things. I'll start from 1960. I'll go back to that 1914 because I want to. Yes, that's what I want. That's where I want to analyze my own. Give me the opportunity to analyze. Now, I can't follow your. I have the right to follow my own way of doing things. If you are not clear, you tell me. Now, in 1960, when the British, when we got independence, two things happened. One, there was no war. Wait, excuse me. One, for them to give us the independence, we never had any war. We never fought any war with the British. When we asked for independence, they just gave it to us like that, without a war. Second, at that time, Nigerian economy was very, very buoyant. At that time, our money was greater than dollar, and it was done by the British. At that time, the three regions were developing at their own pace. At that time, I remember that Yaba Tech, which happened to be one of the first institution in Nigeria, was the money from agriculture was used. I remember that University of Ibadan, Ahmadu Bello, and Azikiwe University were developed during their time. Now, at that time,
sorry, can I inform you something? I want to inform you. I want to inform you something.
Really want to get to
are you talking about regional government when Nigerian government was running a regional government, or when British was regional?
He said he said he wants to start from 1960. Then
but he was talking about regional government when we are running regional government, where all the regions they were developing at their own pace, running their own.
Was ruling at that
it was
time.
not we have. It was not British.
Hold on, Mr. Lawal Ekundayo. Mr. Lawal, calm down. What I want to understand from your train of thought is this. We were talking about the 1914 amalgamation and the fact that it was not to profit Nigeria.
Then why are we progressing?
Are we progressing?
1960.
Wait,
why are we progressing?
Calm down. I want to understand. You're confusing every one of us.
Oh, I'm not.
No, you're confusing. To be honest, you're confusing.
I am not.
Because I don't understand what you're saying.
Because your mind is predetermined.
Mr. Lawal, can you calm down and understand
you tell me that a father who corrects a child,
Mr. Lawal, we're not fighting. We're having a conversation.
I'm talking now. You're bossing me now.
I'm not bossing you. I want to understand your train of thought. Where did we start from? We talked where he was talking about the amalgamation of Nigeria, that it wasn't for the reason of enhancing the
then I go to 1960.
Mr. Lawal, let me
if it is bad, why did we progress?
We are not progressing.
Mr. Lawal Ekundayo, hold on now. Let me land. I need to have a sequence of your train of thoughts. You said a lot of things. I want to follow your sequence so we don't misconstrue where you're coming from. I don't want to misunderstand you. So I want to follow your line of thought. We talked about the amalgamation of Nigeria and the fact that the British ruler, Lord Frederick Lugar, did not do it for the interest of Nigeria. They did it for themselves. And it was basically to utilize the resources of the South to compensate some limited resources of the North. Thereby, they gave power to the North. It was not for the growth of Nigeria.
And also for their own economic
gains. So wait now, Mr. Lawal, you now came and said you don't agree with that. You don't think that the essence of the amalgamation was a bad thing. You don't think that it was a way of retrogressing or not serving the interest of the British colonial masters. That's what you said.
You dress it more than what I
didn't
see all
that
this
was
thing you
sad.
said.
Can you just calm down? That was basically your interpretation.
No.
You said
I said I will not in my own discourse. I said I only talk about
waiting now. You agree with that. Then you now said you want to go to 1960. And I said, why do you want to go to 1960, which is far ahead from 1914? And then you told me that you're free to analyze from wherever it is you want to. And so I was waiting for your projection to understand the correlation between 1960 and 1914, or your defense or against that the 1914 amalgamation was not for the betterment of Nigeria. So I need to understand what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Are you saying that the amalgamation was good, or that the history that we know is not what it is, or that Nigeria was better off after the amalgamation? I need to understand what you mean, sir. So please help us clarify, so it doesn't seem as if we're deliberately misconstruing you.
what he is saying that I'm contesting
Okay.
is that every time we talk about Nigerian problem, you transfer it to the British, and then you still blame me till now for our problem. And I keep telling you, and I keep saying it, that because when we mentioned that 1914 amalgamation, I said I will never say yes or no, whether it was good or wrong. But what I will tell you is that as of the time they were handing over to us, I mentioned some things to you. That if truly what they did then was bad, how come that the country, the three regions under their rule, developed astronomically? How is it that they were able to rule us, we never fought among ourselves? How is it that they were able to rule us, and then our exchange was greater than the dollar that looked like a god to us now? And I keep saying that if it is bad that they did, how come that when they were handing over in 1960, they ruled us from 1914 to 1960, in 6 years they gave it to us, and the same black Nigerians that we call our own people scatter it in 6 years, and up till now we keep falling and we keep falling,
So,
and
Mr.
they
Lawal,
keep falling.
you're saying that economically,
I'm not saying I'm saying in totality, because there's what they use what they refer to as indirect rule. I told somebody, listen to me, stop me, wait.
Much of our time.
Okay.
That's not what we needed.
Because I'm
At
sorry,
this time in Nigeria.
Mr. Femi Ferguson, I'm trying to because based on what we can read here, Nigeria did not progress economically in a way that benefited the people of Nigeria under colonial rule. It did not.
So give me two examples.
Mr. Femi Ferguson,
give me two examples. Esther, mention two examples first.
Mr. Lawal,
For you
Mr.
to
Femi
conclude that, you must be able
welcome.
to give us
I
example.
did not conclude that, sir. It's here. The
And then
documentation is
mention
here.
it to us
The
now. If
documentation
you
is here.
lay an
Mr.
accusation
Femi
against
Ferguson,
someone, you'll be able to
welcome,
say
sir.
it.
Thank you for joining us on the evening rush.
Excuse
Please
me,
help me explain Mr. Lawal's question.
I think when we are having a Nigerian discussion, we need to take it holistically,
Okay.
and also in the context of where it will benefit us.
Yeah.
Because the whole world is hearing what we are saying here.
Exactly.
But children that are young and older people and people of this age are listening to us, and they believe anybody who go to television house or TV house, radio house, is providing a solution. There must be people that can listen to. Therefore, I wouldn't advocate in the way the discussion is going.
Okay.
I'm a little bit embarrassed.
Okay.
Tomorrow will be our 65 years of age.
Yeah.
My elder sister, our elder sister, we call her Independence. It's a thing to celebrate. She was born on October 1, 1960.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll be celebrating her because she was born that day.
Okay.
All right. So Independence brought us a lot of hope.
Okay.
I remember when we were young.
No, sir, I'm coming. We're not discussing Independence Day today, actually.
I know.
But the premise came from the situation with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Imo State today.
Yes.
He said that we should stop speaking ill of Nigeria.
Exactly.
He said that Christians are not suffering or going through any form of persecution.
Yes.
Then, we now have 130 Yoruba group. They wrote a petition to the United Nations saying that they've been going through a lot of killings by the Fulani jihadists. They wrote to the United Nations that please, they want self-determination. They want everybody to go to their region. They are tired that since 1804, the Yorubas have suffered a lot from the hands of the Fulani jihadists. Now, when they stopped the story about Christians being persecuted in Nigeria by a particular British presenter who is also a comedian, that about 100,000 Christians in Nigeria have been killed with so many of their churches burnt. A lot of supporters of the administration said it is not true, that Christians are not being persecuted, that the insecurity cuts across all regions and ethnicity. It doesn't target one particular religious group or one particular ethnicity. And then it's in contrast to this petition written by this group to the United Nations, writing to Guterres saying that they want to be identified, they have a right to self-determination, that they should compel Nigeria to use the UN Charter of Self-Determination where they can determine themselves and cut themselves off being part of Nigeria. So we're now looking at this from a prism of, since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board, there's been an awakening of cultural identification and, traditional identification that is our ethnicity, specifically from the southwest region. Everything has been, we can no longer remain docile. Everything about us needs to be prioritized and all that. A couple of people feel that it is not politically motivated, but a couple of people feel it's politically motivated because it became more louder under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the petition written by these people, does it not contravene the supposed prism or outlook that this group of persons have been putting out there, that we must protect the Yoruba race, including the fact that the president is from their region, and that anybody that criticizes the president whatsoever is anti what they represent and anti what they stand for? So lately they've been calling for regional system of government. That's basically what they've been calling for. That's where this conversation came on.
Anyway, I'm surprised to hear this.
Okay.
At the same time, not surprised.
All right.
When you get to a certain level in governance,
Okay.
in government, you are no more representing a region.
Okay.
You are representing the country, and you speak the language of a president. So I'm not surprised to hear that our president said that such a thing is not existing. Yoruba have not suffered any persecution.
Are you sure?
I'm talking if he, as the president.
Okay.
President will not defend Yoruba. Yes, he will defend Nigeria.
Okay.
The president will not defend Igbo because he was sworn in to maintain the unity of
the
our
country.
federation. So he's not going there to begin to say, yes, I agree with you that 130,000 Yorubas were killed, or 130,000 Igbos were killed, or 130,000 thieves and the Domas were killed. The president, you don't expect him to say that. He will become a failure. So the president will tell you that you, a Yoruba man, saying that so number of Yorubas were killed, you're a liar. That so number of Igbos are killed, or Igbos are suffering, is a lie. That he doesn't agree with you. The former president told you that the reason why he appointed people from a certain region, it was because this is the people he know he can serve with. He can rule Nigeria with. So this one you're talking about, just for example, now every one of us is saying that the president is ruling with Lagos boys. And when you hear about Lagos boys, you might think they're all Lagosians, they're all Aworis. Do you understand? They're all people from Lagos, which is lie. The Lagos boy we're talking about is ruling Nigeria with are the people from Ijesha land, the Igbas, the Jebus.
Okay.
Do you understand? That he know when he was a governor, that are his friends, but also they're in Lagos. So people now will mistake it. President Tinubu is ruling with Lagos boys. And everybody think that the people that he's talking about are Lagosians. Some of those Lagos boys, none of them is a Lagosian. None of them. Tell me one that's a Lagosian.
Okay, so Mr. Femi, okay, because we have a lot of topics that we want to cover.
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, this petition written, 130 pan-Yoruba groups that wrote this petition, is Nigeria ready for what they're calling for?
Nigeria is more than ready for that, but the people that are peddling our canoe are not ready for that.
It's because of the recent killings in Kwara, and they're identifying with their people in Kwara. That's why all of these calls are coming out.
Who is
going on even before that?
Who is killed in Kwara?
Yes.
How many people is killed in Kwara? As far as we're concerned, nobody's killed in Kwara. Nobody died.
Why?
No.
No, we saw videos, oh, sir. No,
But even if it's one person, it's a human being.
Nobody died in there. Nothing is happening in Kwara.
Why?
There's no persecution.
Where is the persecution coming from?
Okay.
There's no persecution in Nigeria.
No.
Are you referring to what the president said?
There's
Or what?
There's no persecution.
Is it because of what the president
Christians are not
said?
being killed. It's because of their insecurity. That's what affected Kwara. It's because of insecurity in Nigeria. That's affected Imo or Abia or Enugu Ebonyi or Rivers or Yo or Oshu. It's just insecurity. That's everywhere. The entire world is grappling with insecurity. So if you say that people are killed in Kwara because of that, they want to have a dual nation. It's not. We won't allow that. Nigerian Federation.
Okay, why is Deborah being killed?
Who is killed?
Deborah.
Killed.
The one that alleged to blaspheme.
Deborah that was killed.
Oh, it's part of that insecurity, you know.
Please let us not.
security
It's
for
part
us.
of insecurity.
Are you the spokesperson of the?
No, it could have
Let me tell you something. Let me remind you something.
Sir, yeah.
Nigerians can forget easily.
Okay.
A prominent Yoruba leader lost a child.
That's this very.
Do you understand? An
Yes.
very leader.
Was it not during
Yoruba
Buhari's
nation-
administration?
Yoruba is not a nation. Yoruba is a state.
Is it states?
It's a state.
They're not a nation.
No. Do you know what is the meaning of a nation?
Okay.
We brought this word nation from Hebrew word like Bible.
Okay.
You can produce a nation.
Okay.
We don't have nation of Israel now. What we have is a state of Israel.
Israel. Okay.
So the Yoruba nation, or what we call Yoruba nation, is bigger than some states in Africa in the world.
Yes, true.
Now, a leader of a certain state, I'm not talking of your state, I'm talking of a federation if they are granted independence now. It's bigger than so many countries in the world. A leader of that state, the daughter was killed by a bandit.
A terrorist.
A terrorist.
Yeah.
Then this our president was not a president. He got there and said, his line, he said, where are they? He said, where are they? That he disputing that the lady was not killed by anybody. So is it the same person you expect now as a president?
Okay, we understand where
he's
coming from.
Is it the same
We
person you
cannot.
expect?
I was afraid before.
The last
You
thing my Egmont will do is to grant Yoruba Odua Republic. It's impossible. It can never be gotten. Anybody writing petition to UN, to anybody, is wasting his time. But sometimes it's good to make noise. Or anybody who say I want Biafra is wasting his time.
Okay.
It cannot happen.
All right. Let's take a very...
This present leaders are not ready for that.
Okay, we'll take a very short break. We'll continue with the conversation. This is VOP 90.3 FM. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush, and that was Mr. Femi Ferguson. I actually have Mr. Tony Bata and Mr. Lawal Ekundaya right here in the studio. We'll be right back shortly.
Time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
O Hashem Elohim, hear, O Israel, the Lord God is our God. The Lord God is one and only. Welcome to the community of Hashem worldwide. As we mark 65 glorious years of God's faithfulness, we stand united in honoring the legacy and nurturing the future. Join us on a journey of faith, strength, and shared purpose, past, present, and beyond. Theme, honoring the legacy, nurturing the future. Featuring a powerful historic drama presentation of the memoirs of the community of Hashem worldwide, uplifting choir performances, vibrant cultural dances, inspiring presentations by the Covenant Children Ministry, exciting recreational activities, and lots more. Date, Tuesday 14th and Wednesday 15th October 2025, immediately after the Holy Convocation service of the Feast of Tabernacles. Venue, the Festival Arena, Awuda, Node, Idemili South Local Government Area of Anambra State, Nigeria. Glory to God for His enduring goodness. Come, let's celebrate this remarkable milestone together in faith, strength, and joy. Shalom.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I wan buy changeover cutout fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get am. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cutout fuse and distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
Don't worry, I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cutout fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover wise pan foolish o. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
Attention, young professionals, business owners, and first-time investors. Are you tired of hearing about real estate scams, struggling to raise funds, or wondering how to profit in today's property market? The Niger Landlord Summit 2025 is your chance to learn from experts, connect with decision makers, and discover how to grow your wealth through real estate. Join us on Saturday, 1st November at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, International Airport Road, Lagos, from 10 a.m. Highlights, explosive sessions on real estate investments, explore fundings and mortgage options, understand government housing policies, network with developers, banks and investors, access exhibitions and insider opportunities. Participation fee 50,000 naira only. Call or WhatsApp 0707 115 4297 0707 115 4297 to register. The Niger Landlord Summit 2025. Knowledge, networking, wealth creation. Powered by VOP 90.3.
Hallelujah. The Christian Men's Forum of Living World Church, an arm of Living World Ministries International, presents its biannual men's empowerment program with the theme Power to Make Wealth and Prosper. This Independence Day, Wednesday, October 1st, 2025, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon at Donald's House, 60 Ojuelegba Road, opposite UBA, Surulere, Lagos. Come and be empowered as seasoned experts. Teach on export business, stock investment, mutual bonds, treasury bills, bank loans, and the new tax law coming next year. It's absolutely free with free refreshment for everyone. Plus, the first 10 people to text I will be there to 0805 522 8727 will receive 10,000 naira each, and the next 10 will get 5,000 naira each. But you must be present to claim your gift. Don't miss this golden opportunity. Join us and receive the power to make wealth and prosper. Christian Men's Forum, building men, building nations.
All right, welcome back. This is the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We were talking off, when we were on break, and there was actually quite a lot to unpack. But let me ask you this, Mr. Femi Ferguson. I'm going to start with you. So the presidency has eventually thrown its weight and said Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is free to join the 2027 race. However, at a point they would know if the court would allow one person who has been sworn in twice to continue as president, which has brought the forward to the fact that there are talks that if any political party accepts Jonathan, the APC would at the last minute fight it out with the court and he may be disqualified, which obviously may affect any form of opposition. So Bayo Nanaga spoke in that regard. Secondly, the president has advised everyone concerning 20 Independence Day tomorrow, saying that there will be no parade, but that we should all have one voice, one hope, and that things are no longer as bad as it used to be, that the challenges are over. That's what the presidency is telling us, that things are actually turning around. But we have circumstances that is actually bedeviling the nation and polarizing the nation. So the question is, does the administration of the day understand what the people want, or are they in the glass cylinders beclouded by certain praises and they have decided not to understand what Nigerians are going through? And then two, is it that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan cannot be qualified to actually be run or contest again for office based on a subtle threat given by Bayo Nanaga?
Yeah, the lawyers will go to court and have a field day to argue their case. But they have nothing to argue about this. Goodluck Jonathan was never sworn in as an elected president of Nigeria 2 times.
Okay.
We all can remember the doctrine of necessity. And outside that, we know what there's nothing supposed to be a doctrine of necessity. It's because of the loophole in transmission or transferring of power before Yar'Adua demise. Jonathan have never been sworn in as a president of Nigeria. He only stepped into the foot or into the shoe of his boss to complete his tenure because of death. He was only sworn in as elected president. The difference between being sworn in, or no, he was not even sworn in, being taken up by law when their chairman is not there, either by death or one thing or the other, you step in to complete whatever he started, because that's why you are elected as a vice chairman, vice president, or whatsoever. But when you stand for election as a president, and as a presidential candidate of a party, you are nominated, you are fielded, and you won the election and sworn in. That is when we can say you are now an elected president. He finished Jonathan Yaradua not as an elected president. Somebody can say it's a joint ticket. The joint ticket, the presidential candidate choose you to serve under him, to take order from him. All right, okay. So when Yaradua was not there, he, as a servant, as his vice, he completed it. Jonathan was not sworn in as an elected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but as a vice president. Why vice is there? Peradventure, the president or the chairman or whatever is not there, he will complete his tenure. Or when he's traveling or when he's indisposed, he will take it over. But when you now stand for election as a presidential candidate of a state like Nigeria, of a federation, you stand in, you feel your form as a president, go to stamp everything as a court or whatever, and stand for the election, and you won election, you'll be sworn in as a president. Okay. So there's nothing court will ever do about it. The court, we are waiting for the court.
All right.
If Jonathan, they have decided to run, Jonathan have only been elected president for one time. So he's free to contest.
The president said that Nigeria has achieved a lot in the past 10 years. Is that true?
Who?
The president in Imo State today. He said that Nigeria has achieved a great milestone as it's celebrating its 65th anniversary, and that its founding fathers that made sacrifices that strengthened the unity of the country, and that Nigerians will soon start enjoying the full benefits of various reforms implemented by the government. And then urged those speaking
no, there are no two ways about it. Anybody who is telling me that Nigeria have not been advancement in every aspect is lying. But yes, you can say the pace. But there's some certain area we need to concentrate. Okay. There's certain area we have not done well. There's some certain area we have done well. Anybody who telling me that Nigeria at age of 65 have not done anything, I would disagree with the person.
In the past 10 years, so what are the areas that we have done well?
We are not where we are in the past 10 years.
Because the APC came on board in
I don't care
years.
whether it is APC or PDP. Since 1999 now, there's a lot of things have been done. We did what they're supposed to do. Yes, in the past 10 years, government have done some certain things.
In the past 10 years?
Yes.
In the past 10 years, since 2015? Okay, what are the good things that the APC as a political party? Sir, please kindly list them out. Let's know. We're educating ourselves here. So what are the things that I have done that is good?
In the Committee of Nation, if you ask them, they will tell you a lot of things we have done.
In the Committee of Nation?
Yes.
What?
You see, one thing that Nigerians are only concentrating on our failures.
Okay.
You see, not because my uncle or my elder brother or my father or myself is not a governor or a senator or president will not make me to condemn entirely the good things have been done. Okay. You can say, okay, they have not done more. They have done 30% or 20% or 50% or thereabout. But they have done something.
All right, Mr. Tunimba.
We are not standing
the Nigeria have done, particularly APC government, we have done graduating from corruption to more deeper corrupt nation.
I disagree with you.
Yes. Let me finish. We have graduated from looting 1 million naira to billions. Like people who go and transfer, they will buy house and also transfer it to their wife and their children. We have graduated from a state governor looting the state money, and EFCC will close their eye. We have transferred from INEC telling us that it's glitch when everybody has voted, and the same election, the same contest, House of Rep, Senate was being announced. We have graduated from the judiciary, don't know the meaning of and also don't know that they have given a verdict when President Obasanjo contested with Muhammad Buhari, when he was saying he didn't win Abuja, but they told him that because Obasanjo won 25% vote there. We have graduated from many things, both good and bad. So Nigeria, we have graduated from even buying fuel from 85 naira to 1,000 or 900 something naira. We have graduated from Nigerian deceiving us, leaders deceiving us, telling us that refineries are working when they are not working. These things are progress we are making, either good or bad. The posterity will judge us.
Interesting. You say you disagree, sir.
I disagree.
What are the areas you disagree?
I disagree. When I sat for either WAEC or GCE, I don't know what it's called, computer. Today, your children will sit for exam. Tomorrow, we had a
When was that, sir?
The 70s and 80s.
No, sir, we're talking about the past 10 years. The president was
That's what I'm telling you.
He said in the past 10 years, we have actually achieved quite a lot in the past 10 years. And the APC came into power in 2015, and it's 10 years. So that's why I asked you, what are the areas? Let's start, at least Tinubu is still very fresh. In President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure or administration, what were the good things in the administration that you would confer to say?
10 years is too far. We're not talking about the 2 years my president
No,
has been
the
there.
president, that's what the president...
These 2 years, a lot of things have been achieved.
Okay, but the president said 10 years.
We have never had any private refinery that is giving us fuel. We are no more queuing again.
Okay.
Okay? A lot of things is being done. A lot of good things.
But you can't speak for the 8 years of Buhari's tenure that you can...
I'm just talking about 8 years might be too much for you. But I'm talking about these 2 years. Some certain good things have been done. And some bad things have been done also. We are living in a world where you have mortals that are not perfect. I'm not trying to say that Mr. President can be given 100% mark. No, he's a human. I'm not APC, neither am PDP. But I'm trying to tell you, for people to score Nigeria 0, I disagree with that. Or this present government 0, I disagree with that.
All right.
They might have performed below average in some certain area. And there's some areas they have performed well. So let's clap for them where they have done well.
All right.
And where they have done bad, let's rebuke them.
Mr. Lawal Kundar, very, very recently, Peterobi, Issa Pantami, El Rufai, I think Atiku, they met together. Now you know who Professor Issa Pantami is. I mean, there were talks about him and his affiliation with the extremist group. Immediately they left, and Issa Pantami is of the CPC faction. He's a Buharist. Now Tinubu and his allies have also gone to pay Issa Pantami a visit. Everyone is looking at it from the prism of the favoritism of 2027. There is a grapple to get the concentration of the Buharists or the Buhari loyalists. Now, after that, since then, there have been talks about Peterobi. If indeed, with the structure currently ongoing, if they would allow him to become the president. There are a lot of disparity that surrounds his personality. The talks that there are a lot of powers working to ensure that what happened in 2023 does not happen again. And even some people who he is possibly affiliating himself with may not necessarily be in total want him to become a leader. There are a lot of speculations in that regard. So some people are throwing the weight of the only way that can work if there is an agreement or an arrangement that Peterobi for now maybe deputizes either one of them, either deputizes any of this northerner. There's an agreement that by 2031 someone else would support him. But a couple of people feel that the North will never give the power to any southerner once it is their own time. So where does that put things in retrospect?
It's what I would call a mess. I will call it a mess. You know why? Because in all these permutations we've been hearing over, nobody talk about getting the vote of the people. They keep talking about how they can permutate up and up there. Everything that concerns them when it comes to how to get into political posts is always those elites that have powers. They don't even consider the masses. They don't say, okay, we need to do very well. We need to, in fact, what are the masses saying? What are we going to get more vote from this year because of what we have done so far? I think, yes, this place we have is our strength. This is what we have done. So no, the people are not totally part of all these things. And it worries me. Because such a thing will be defined as a slave-master relationship, in which a slave has nothing to say or to do when it comes to his master's house or property. The only thing that keeps the slave alive is the work he's doing. So they only feed the slave to live and work. So what I see Nigerians in this area is that we only need you as a tool. But when it comes to who becomes leader, it's not your decision at all. You are not supposed to be part of it. Let us make the decision. We will decide up there, and then we'll now come down and then use you as the tool. That is the way I see the whole thing, and it's worrisome. And that's why I personally do not see the progress that some people are talking about in the governance that I see in Nigeria. That's why I said my own from that 1960. I have not seen where I can categorically hold, because everywhere we have that growth, we keep losing it. Everything that has been built, we keep losing it. That is what I keep. That's why some people will say, maybe what I am saying is not this and that. I am looking at the trend. I'm looking at the statistics. I'm looking at the graph.
All right. Thank you very
of
much.
the growth.
We need to
Are we growing or we are not?
What do you think about this, Mr. Femi Ferguson, about Nigeria not giving it to somebody from that region because of the way things are structured? Well, let me not say Nigeria, the system not allowing it to work. The way the system has been structured.
Not given to who? Which region are you talking about?
You listen to the
Are you talking
question.
about Peterobi?
Yes, Peterobi, Atiku, El Rufai, as well as the president himself.
Zoning is not constitutional.
Okay, zoning is not constitutional.
No, the person that even brought it to bear was former Vice President, late Elese Kweme.
Okay.
He's behind of this South-South, North Central, Northeast, Southwest,
okay,
South-South. He's the one that is his creation. Well, I don't blame the old man. He was doing it. If we can use that to bring justice to bear in Nigeria political system, that is not helping us. Okay, therefore, somebody from the Southeast region to become president now, all things is possible, but not in politics. It's only with God.
Okay.
The Bible says all things are possible with God, but not in Nigerian politics. It's not possible. Something that has been structured and put into place to bear, you don't change it in Nigeria, except something else is done. Therefore, Peterobi, I'm sorry to say, Peterobi might be, for now, it might be difficult for him to be the president of Nigeria, except he's be a deputy to somebody from the north. Maybe his master Atiku, to go back to his master Atiku and become his deputy. But at the same time, let's look at it from the two sides of it. The person who is the president of this country now is who?
President
He's a Southerner.
Yes, a Southerner.
And the Southerner is going to be the vice president of the Northerner to take power from the Southerner. Things are not in order.
Okay, can I ask you a question there? If we are talking about a Southerner being, even though I'm not in support of Peter being a vice president to Atiku, if we are talking about how can a Southerner be a vice president to Atiku to collect power from the South, why is it that after the South from Southwest, after their own, then instead of the Southeast to go, Southwest
that is what
came back to power.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why Mr. Kundaya was saying that the relationship we're having here is master and this. They don't even, our vote is not counting. That's why people like Tinubu then will come and win election. They can't win election.
That is why I said something is wrong somewhere.
They can't win election if you have a very strong institution.
Something is wrong somewhere. That's why
they win election. They can't even win local government election.
Things are working well in South. There's no way Southerner will become a president. A Southerner will go and be a vice president to a Northerner to take power from the Southerner. That things are not in order. The Southerner was a Southerner from a certain region, Udua region, was the president for 8 years. And that Southerner become a vice president for 8 years.
Yes.
From the same region.
The same region.
And that Southerner came and become president from the same region.
Wants to do 8 years.
That is why a Southerner from another region want to be a vice president to a Northerner to collect power from his brother in the South. That's I said that things are not in order. But if it's well put in proper perspective, or it ought not to be. When a Southerner has been a president for 8 years, a major tribe, let me use that word, a major, ethnic nationality, have been a president for 8 years, it is zoned to the South. And after that, yes, it's supposed to be, okay, we South have said that, let it go to this nationality that also a major tribe. Let it be given to them. Do you understand?
Yes,
even if they are not qualified to be the president for now, because this Southerner Olusegun Obasanjo have been a president. Let's bring somebody from the other side to be the vice president for 8 years. Do you understand? Then this time another side is coming to the South again. Let's bring from here to be president. While from the other side, that let's say in Yoruba side, let him be a super minister or something like that. So there's no need a Southerner, an Igbo man will come to go and be a vice president to the Northerner when a Yoruba man is already a president. I mean, it doesn't work well. But because things are not in order, they are not interested whether you are Igbo or Yoruba also. The person that is the president is your Bola Tinubu. He's not Yoruba man. Bola Tinubu say, "Emi lokan." It's me, not our lokan. Emi lokan, you have to say our lokan. Shogboro Misha, you understand what I'm saying? Emi lokan, you have to say our lokan.
That's what he used in handling the sentence.
Do you understand? Bola Tinubu did not say it's the turn of the Yorubas.
He started with that.
He said, it's a turn of me.
Now use this one to finish it up.
Yeah, it's me, not we. So it was given to him on himself. He took the power.
So Nigerians have
power in Nigeria is not given, it's taken. And even your Bible said, since the time of so and so.
The president says it that
do you understand?
power is not
so
served a la
it
carte.
is not Yoruba that took power. It is Bola Tinubu that took power. So nobody will say Yoruba took our position. No, Yoruba took our tenure. No, it is Bola Tinubu. So if Peterobi succeed now, it's not Igbo that took power.
It's Peterobi.
It's Peterobi. If Atiku succeed now, it's not outside of Fulani took power. It's Atiku. So it depends on who the personality.
Exactly. That's what
in Nigeria, we vote personality. We don't vote right.
Do we vote?
So no, Mr. Lawal, you were trying to clarify something.
No, that's why I keep saying that. Yes, it's time we begin to look at the appropriate personality. We should go beyond that group thing.
It's tribe thing.
Okay. Yes, because the group will put somebody, and somebody will now favor that tiny group that use their power, and then the whole people you are not part of the.
It is happening even in all the states.
Oh, except the institutions are working.
Let me give you for example now. Lagos. Let me use Lagos. Lagos and Imo State. Imo State is like every other Nigerian state.
Yes.
Okay. Have 3 senatorial zones. Since 1999, a certain senatorial zone in Imo State have been ruling Imo State. Udenwa is from Olu senatorial zone. Rocha Sokracha is from Olu senatorial zone. Hope Uzodinma is from Olu senatorial zone.
Only Okigwe
have produced one. There's something happening in Lagos. Show me since 1999 a legation, a pure legation. Omeko, Omoluabeko, Omeko Pataki. That have been.
It's only Ambode.
That have been. Ambode is not from Ekpe. The mother is from Ekpe. It's not an Ekpe man. It's not a legation.
The mother is from Ekpe.
The mother is from Ekpe. It's not from Lagos State. Go investigate. Ask him. His mother is from Ekpe. He's not from Ekpe.
So the dad is from.
Whether Ekiti or sure, I don't know where. So the no Lagosian, no Omoeko Pataki, no Awori, nobody have ever been a governor of Lagos State. The person that that ought to be a governor of Lagos State that come closer to it, they say is a dented blood. How can a Nigerian call somebody dented blood because your father is a Yoruba, your mother is Igbo? What nonsense and rubbish and stupid thing to say?
It's the politics.
Badebo Vivo is a Lagosian, a core Lagosian. Go and study their family line. But he said because the father married an Igbo woman, for that Badebo is a dented blood.
At least he still has a warm blood.
Can you imagine?
The others don't even have.
The others don't have.
Can you imagine?
Others don't have.
Can you imagine?
Voila.
While in London, we have Nigerians, Igbos, Yorubas occupying different positions.
Yes. Very well. They run for offices.
In Italy, I was there when an Igbo man became in 2016. An Igbo man was what? Was a senator in Italy. Igbo man was
never hear them fight over.
Do you understand?
Where you come from in that
go to Canada now. An Igbo man is what? Is it also a senator now in Canada?
And look at Kemi Badenoch.
Go to other places.
She's also
Yoruba and Igbo. Yoruba man have been a CJ, Chief Justice of a certain country in Africa. Can you imagine? Now a pure Nigerian. Your father is a Nigerian. Your mother is a Nigerian. All right, okay? And you say it's a dated blood. I suffer a lot in the hand of Igbos. I suffer a lot in the hand of Yorubas myself.
Oh my God! So you're one of the.
The Yorubas tell me that I'm not Yoruba.
Enough.
I'm not Yoruba.
No, that you're not Yoruba enough. Your dad is Yoruba.
I'm not Yoruba enough. That my father is not Yoruba. I go to Igbo people. They say they don't trust me. I'm not Igbo.
Your father is Yoruba. Your mom is Igbo.
No, my father is Igbo.
Your father is Igbo?
Yes, typically Igbo. So I go to the Igbo. They say they don't trust me. It was published. I sue a man 2000 and what? He said that when we are fighting for Hanese presidency in Lagos State, one person, I sued him.
Because he said you're not Igbo.
He said I'm not Igbo. He said, hey, that Igbos have entered one chance. How can Yoruba man come and be their president? Can you imagine that nonsense?
You see,
if I live in Igbo land,
when I tell you
if I live in Igbo land for 10 years,
see how I trace my history from where our problem started, because everything here is not seen to develop us.
Have a permanent secretary. In Abia State, as a permanent secretary, who is a Yoruba. In Anambra, as a permanent secretary, who is a Yoruba. There's something more than permanent secretary. There one just finished his youth service. And I was finished having in Imo, I've been in Abia. And from there I rose to that level. Nobody. He didn't go there because his father is a son in an Oba or anywhere.
Okay.
He rose to the rank.
All right, let's take some calls, sir. Thank
I
you
can't
so
wait.
much.
That's why I said it's a master skill relationship. They just use us as a tool to cause problem for anybody they think is not favoring them. So we'll start creating that narration and begin to fight battle we don't even know. That's the way we just
all
like
right.
the tools to them.
The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. Please, what's your name?
This is Wally calling from Iowa.
Sir, you said what?
This is Wally calling from Iowa.
Sir, when your mouth is too close to the speaker of your phone, can you step out a little bit? Yeah. Yes, please go ahead, sir.
On this issue of
Hello?
hello.
Yeah, what did you say?
On the issue of the I went to UN. To make a petition to UN.
Hello?
Hello. On the issue of
Is your phone on speaker? I can hear myself at the background. So turn down the speaker, please. So now talk normally. Yes. Go ahead. Hello? Okay. All right. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, Esther. Good
Hey,
evening.
sir. Welcome. How are you, sir?
Fine. My greeting to your analysts there. Three of them are wonderful people.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Sand. I'm calling from Bokuno.
All right, Mr.
You
Sam.
see, I understand the whole explanation and narration they are saying. But from my own perspective, this country, Nigerians, we hate ourselves so much. We hate ourselves that a Yoruba man cannot trust Igbo man, Igbo man cannot trust Hausa man cannot trust a Yoruba man. You see, if we fail to go regional development, yes, by regionally, it will be very hard for this country to achieve the kind of development we are expecting. Why? Because even the president is at Abuja and release money to health care, which is supposed to be the primary. Before the money will get down to that, they have reduced the money by at the end they will not achieve the purpose. So my own suggestion is that no matter, even if you bring a cent to be the president of Nigeria, he can never achieve anything because the chain is too long. You understand?
So you're breaking. No, waiting happen.
That makes sense a lot.
Hello, good evening. How are you? Okay. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? When you're calling on WhatsApp, please let your internet make it make sense. Make it strong way. If not, you know, go pick. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome. Please, what's your name?
My name is Peterobi, calling you from Michi.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
Please, I'm the analyst. I heard what they said. And this 1914 agreement,
Yeah,
why not go back there? About that abomination. The forefathers. Why, unless we go back there, Nigeria is not one, and Nigeria is not ready to move forward. But if we go back, that regional government, or if you want to be in Nigeria, or we can go our separate ways. It doesn't matter. We can still live anywhere we like. But let's have that separate government. You see that Nigeria will move forward. But each region will try to develop. And these people come causing Boko Haram or this or that. Yes, you know that thing will stop. This are not government, all this wickedness will stop.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for calling, all right? 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
My name is Robert.
Your name is what, sir?
Robert.
Oh, Robert. All right, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm not too familiar with their names.
Mr. Femi Ferguson, Mr. Tony Mbata, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
What I want to say is that if you look what the history that I read there, Kwara is not a Yoruba language. I know Abacha zone Kwara to the north central, but originally it's part of the Hausa, the Conquer state, the 14. Is it Hausa Bok?
They will not agree with you.
So I don't know why people are saying Kwara.
Sir, they speak Yoruba. Conk Yoruba.
You are talking about Ilori, not Kwara.
Huh?
It's Ilori you are talking about, not Kwara. Kwara is made up of many
ethnic groups.
Yes, many tribes.
I can't hear you, sir.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Many regions.
So what I'm trying to say is that originally Kwara is not a Yoruba land. Okay. Yes. History. If you read history, Africa and the wider world, you will see it there. Kwara is one of the 14 states of the 30 conquered the Fulani people. Okay.
Okay.
And that is why today they have Emir. It's not Oba. I don't know how it become a Yoruba land. So that's not the issue. When your guests were talking about those who signed the 1914 amalgamation treaty, so that I will have names. I have names. Auburn of Calabar was there, not this no. The only Igbo man was there. Hausa man was there. Me Fulani was there. And not about there. Igbo. No Igbo man was there. They were 60 numbers. I have their names. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. God bless you, sir. We're educating ourselves here. So if you have something contrary, you can actually call and tell us. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Please turn down the volume of your radio, okay? Hello?
No.
Please turn down the volume of your radio. Turn it down. Hello? 08036929933 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name, please?
Hello.
You're calling from Araba. What's your name, sir?
So on this video,
Sir, what is your name?
why they calling from Araba?
This is your line. I've been on your phone. All right, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Just continue, sir. Let's see if we can manage to hear what you're saying.
Okay. On the issue of the group went to UN.
Oh God, this is your call. Your phone is bad. It's very, very bad. 08036929933 08036929933.
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening. No, you don't market.
How? No, I didn't watch football.
Sir?
I didn't watch football. I didn't watch Champions League football.
See you. How many things did you listen? They listen to radio. They watch football.
I know. I always listen to your program every day of the week.
Thank you so much, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, well, okay, my name is Efe. Calling all the way from Mapulu Close Study.
All right, Efe, please go ahead.
Okay, honestly, let me just step in. What? The other man before Mr. Umbata,
Mr. Femi Ferguson.
No, it's not the last one that came in. Mr. Umbata. No, the other man before when people were asking about this accommodation signing of whatever.
Yes, that's Mr. Lawal Ekundaya, right?
No, it's not. The other man, there's one man.
Mr. Femi Ferguson now.
Okay. No one last man came in when I asked you that time. When we are talking about the amortization of numbers.
It's Mr. Femi Ferguson and you said no. All right, go ahead, sir.
That's the man.
What you want to say.
Probably I couldn't remember the man name. What the man was saying, right? He has said it all. But Mr. Ekundaya was mistaking the man for one or two times. But on the first one, he has said it that the colonial masters that came to our country, they have put all this in between us. They have benefited from us. That's why they could not want us to separate. Some people are making money and we are giving it back to the colonial masters. I don't want to come into this situation when you guys guys were talking before. But I was let me Mr. Ekuda know that what Mr. Ferguson was saying, that's the right side of everything he has saying. But Mr. Ekuda was coming from the back side, just like when you were asking him. Mr. Ekuda, when you coming for you? He's talking like that. He's coming from where we want to hear the story from. But the last one that came in, that man that came in late, the man finally said something. All this thing was saying, the whole world is hearing it.
Yeah.
The whole world is hearing it. That's true. That's part of it. But the first one, where I'm coming from, where I'm going to is that, madam, we, let's like the citizen, we are not to take this country back from this airline.
Okay, thank you very much. These calls, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear what you guys are really saying, to be honest. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir. What's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Peter.
Mr. Peter, welcome. You have a good voice. Calling from where, please?
I'm calling from Agbara side.
From where? Ajao?
Agbara.
All right, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes. See, I want to remove the minds of some evils.
Okay.
When they call on the radio.
All right.
Concerning separation and all this. I'm a Yoruba man.
Okay.
My two best friends, they are Igbos.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? I've been to weddings where the Igbos marry Yoruba, Edo, and mixture like that. If you come to trade fair, I begin to wonder when they're talking about marginalization. I don't really understand. If you come to trade fair, for example, you will see Igbos, they are doing their business. They are not the only one there. But let me say like 90%. They are doing their business. Maybe they are paying 1 or 2 times, but they are comfortable. If I can boldly tell you that the way Igbos are established in Lagos or Southwest, you know, let me just say Lagos specifically, they are even in their own town, they are not that established where they feel comfortable in this Lagos. Yeah. So when I say marginalizing, the only thing I think we lack as a nation is just good leaders.
Yeah.
Because if you remember when Abiola was there, when everybody, even outside, everybody voted for him because of his personality. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So let them know that they'll be calling like say they are marginalized. If Igbos, the way they do business, if they can learn the tricks about politics, they'll be on top. But they don't know the tricks about politics.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you, Jerry.
Peter. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Politics have a trick.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no, but with a country like Nigeria, you have to learn politics. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello.
Pico, turn down the volume of your radio. Hello.
Yes,
good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Welcome.
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Agege.
Mr. Daniel from Agege. How is Agege today, sir?
Oh, fine.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, I just want to appeal to you.
Yes, sir.
We have 3 men that are analyzing things for us here.
Yes, sir.
There's no bitterness.
Yes, sir.
But you have a particular somebody there who called the Yoruba people idiots. They call us a shoe shiner. Listen. Using that forum to blast us.
Are you sure is this program like this evening now?
Listen. You know.
Be specific. Is it just in this show like now, like this amount of guests here now?
Oh yes. Maybe as of yesterday.
No, I'm so sorry. It's not this radio station, please. Nobody abused anybody or called people stupid. I'm so sorry, sir. Not this program. I beg you.
What are we discussing about you
not this program, sir. Maybe you're listening to another radio station.
We are not.
Mabinu, sir. It's not here, Obiko. Mabinu, sir.
We have not just hear about Iba here. We
have to Nigeria.
It's not this program, sir. Maybe you're listening to another radio station. Mabinu, Ejo. Sorry, sir. Hello, good evening, sir. Hello?
Hello, Esther, can you hear me?
Mr. C2, welcome, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Esther. I'm good. And my greeting to the gentleman in the studio.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Esther, I don't know. I think this problem looks like it's coming from your side because your voice is low as well. I barely hear you.
Sorry, Oh yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay. All right. Let me say something. there's a man that called that said that Igbo should go and learn politics.
Yes, he said.
I am not going to stand and watch people come here with your propaganda and try to dish out their propaganda.
What do you mean by that, Mr.
That's what I'm fighting for. If you say Igbo should go and learn politics, we are not marginalized. We need to go and learn politics. Did Obi not win the election? I ask you. Did Peterobi not win the election? What happened in Lagos where MC Olomo said if you come out, Atiku, these people stop this your koni way. We cannot allow you to dish out this propaganda anymore. It has been long. We have been dishing out this propaganda. Did Obi not win Lagos State? What happened?
Mr. Situ, we had several conversations here. Please, what are the react to the conversations we had? I beg you.
As I speak to you, who is doing all these things? Is there any people that is doing it?
Mr. Situ, don't come now. Mr. Situ, you know, go focus on the topic of the content where we dey talk. Hi, Chineke na 0036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. First time caller.
Whoa, where's my pal? My pal, no, they're here. Welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Okudele from Okota.
Okudele? Your name is familiar now. Are you sure your first time? All right, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
My first time of calling, but I'm always listening at program.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
I just want to appreciate you people. You are doing a nice job.
Thank you very much.
May the good Lord grant you wisdom.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
All right, thank you very much.
Just give me 30 seconds. There's something I want to say. See, when MKO Abiola, when MKO Abiola, that there was an annulment of, you see, the Yoruba did not come out and say we are marginalized. They thought that thing was, an injustice against the whole of Nigeria. You see, they rose up.
Okay.
That whole movement started from the Yoruba land, but it went across the whole country without talking about Yoruba as marginalized.
But when it comes to that group thing of raising voices, they're very good. They're very good in achieving their aim, and they have the power of the pen. They really know how to fight for
when it comes to the other, they
what
start
they
talking
desire.
personally, and that creates.
Hello, good evening. Hello. This one don't call me like my uncle.
How are you?
My papa. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my grandmother. The channel from the park.
All right, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Go
you know what they're saying about amalgamation?
Yes.
If there is no constitution, any country without constitution, the country is not in exist. Do you know why we are free here in Western world? Is the constitution giving us right to move around? That is the priority of government. So nobody will come out and say, starting from the amalgamation till today, there is good thing come out of Nigeria. Because before you build a house, you will start from ground to up.
Obviously.
And nobody will say that somebody get power by himself. He don't talk out, he don't say that. He means that he fool all the whole 200 and something million people in Nigeria, including international observers, including going to Chartered House in London to answer questions. We should know what we talk in the public radio. If we are not qualified to come out to speak in public radio, we have to be careful for what we are saying, because billions of people are watching us, what you are saying on public radio. So, in times of a nation, when there is no constitution existing, proper constitution, it's not in a country. If here we are living, if there is no constitution like Nigeria, you as a black man, you cannot go out of your flight. Just to go out of your apartment to go in the street, you'll be messed up, then we stone you to death. But what is holding us here is the constitution. Everybody is afraid of the rules of the constitution. That is the key point of politics.
All right.
To make sure there is rules and regulations.
Thank you very much.
That
sir.
is the priority of government.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome, sir.
My name is Babajide Lawansi.
Mr. Babajide, how are you today?
I thank the Lord.
All right.
I'm phoning from Iba Housing Estate.
All right, sir. Welcome.
I congratulate all your analysts.
Thank you.
They are really educating us
Thank you.
in this country and outside the country.
Welcome, sir.
Now, I want to talk about a country that I tried to mention the last time I called. Portugal. In Portugal, what they did and made their voting system to be accurate and to be seen to be practicable and promising in the face of the whole world was that they held their constitution and they reshuffled it, they straightened it, and to suit their country. You are coming into the elections. You must come with clean hands and you must be transparent. It is not an election you come into to rig. They will get you. They told their judiciary that you have to be honest and transparent. Put your country first. That aside, we have to say something about Nigeria moving forward. Tomorrow now, by His grace, we are going to be 65 years. I was opportune as a child then to see Balewa talking at race course with the Queen of England by his side. We were small children, we didn't know anything then. We were playing football. But I saw him there, not that Balewa was the one godly, though he was the one as the head of government. The likes of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, they were backing him up. Many of them there were backing him up. So I am confused inwardly. Are the people that is the colonial masters, are they interfering with our politics in Nigeria? Because what I learned in advanced government is that the power belongs to the people. It is not like that in Nigeria now. Nigerian politics, let's talk the truth, is monetized, highly monetized. We have to change all these precepts and principles. So people saying, God will help us, God will, all these are fallacy. We have already helped Nigeria. Let us help ourselves. Yes. Let everybody go and get PVC and let everybody defend their votes. God bless Nigeria.
God bless.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me take a few messages. Esther, good evening. It's Barrister. He is always brutal when talking. He called Yoruba idiot yesterday. I even commented about it yesterday and read. I wonder what he would do if he be governor. He will be worse than governor of Imo State. Are you serious, Barrister? Did you listen to the show yesterday? I don't think he referred to them as idiots. So
no, maybe misinterpreted it.
Ha.
I've never heard such from
him.
No.
Okay. So, good evening, Esther, and your guests in the house. Esther, imagine one nation like Nigeria having a massive division of tribal sentiment because caused by their politicians. But the only solution I see here is the masses coming together as one entity. Thank you, Emeka from K-Town. All right, Emeka, well done. Good evening, Esther. Great job. Some people would take Mr. Tony serious, not knowing that he needs serious healing after 2023 defeat. It's a shame some have lost their sense of reasoning because of tribal politics. Get well soon. Mr. Lawal is saying something without saying anything. Esther, help this man. God, you guys. People should drink tea. Hot tea. Good evening, Esther, to you and all guests. Esther, it is Mabinu. It is Mabinu. Okay, it is not Mabinu. It is Mabinu. All right, sir. All right. Thank you so much, ma. Mabinu, ma. Thank you. Good evening, Esther. Okay. The man that called, that one of your analysts called Yoruba names is correct, but it's not tonight. Oh, you should know how Barrister talks. Pinball from Igondo. Wow. Good evening, S and the guests in the studio. My name is Paul from Agro Palace Way. That man that said Kwara is not a Yoruba land, don't know what he's saying. Kwara was never among Hausa, Bukwa, and Hausa Banza, which was 14th state of legitimate and illegitimate sons of Bawo, the father of all 14 children. All right. I think what Mr. Lawal was trying to say is Nigerians have the habit of always blaming the British for all their predicaments. When the British left, was there no progress? When Naira was bigger than the dollar, when students claimed to be eating full chicken, and like my mom would say, they traveled to the UK with 200 Naira. If all this happened after the British left, what then happened that Nigeria retrogressed? If not for corruption, mismanagement, greed, and tribalism, what has continued till today? So blaming the British is for the weak and incompetent, just as you have made examples of Nigerians who hold key positions in the same UK and other countries, and yet same Nigerians can't tolerate each other in their own country, and people still find it comfortable to blame some white men. Tay.
Thank you very much. Who's that person?
This man, I've been saying this man should come here. This Tay man, but the man, the man they form mystique. You this Tay, be hiding. He's a very intelligent man. Yeah, he's a very intelligent man. I have been in Lagos since 1991 after my WAEC exams. This tribalism and hatred originated from this APC government of Buhari, and it will end with President Tinubu. The two men are very tribalistic. Jerry from Ikeja. Good evening, Esther and analysts in the House. Amalgamation of Nigeria was a proclamation. Nothing was signed by any Nigerian. It was of British discretion. The caller who claimed he has names of Nigerians who signed any document endorsing amalgamation is false. Check the National Library repository. People should stop misinformation. Ikechukwu from Abaraja. All right, Aberdeen. Mr. Femi Ferguson, you're appearing to shift the context. This pertains specifically to APC party matters prior to 2023 primary election, not Nigeria as a whole. It revolved around internal dynamics within the APC. Tinubu made statements indicating that it's the turn of the Yorubas. And if one examines the landscape in Yoruba land, I'm arguably the sole qualified candidate representing APC. All right, Abidin. Good evening, dearest Esther, and your guest in the house, Mr. Lawal. I thought the president said that there is no more corruption in Nigeria, yet he's turning a blind eye over the revelations about Wike and Showore. Odimao, while the president wouldn't, the president wouldn't, else he would lose the FCT and Rivers. Good evening, Esther. Chidima Wachukam. Okay, thank you very much, you guys. Since I mentioned my Igbo name, they're calling me like my uncle. Good evening, Esther. Ferguson is completely out of tune with the Nigerian people. I don't see the rationale behind his postulations on current Nigerian realities. Please let Mbata and Ekunda educate him on realities. He can equally call on me. I was a Buhari supporter against Iran if play, and also thought so much about Tinubu, but today I'm grossly disappointed at both of them for having feel beyond measure. Let us be realistic and factual. Sa'u Singweje from Ali Mosho. All right, VOP, good evening. I disagree with your guest. President Tinubu is a Yoruba man. A former president of Passenger is a Yoruba man. So I cannot understand the argument of your guest, Victor from Ago. All right. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Akunda, and Mr. Tony Bata, Solomon Asika from Mushin. Please, Mr. Tony Bata, let me add more to the growth of Nigeria for the past 10 years to Mr. Femi Ferguson to see. We have been bastardized with hatred, nepotism, ethnic, tribal, religious, and bigotry. We keep recycling the same crop of leaders, and these leaders are from a particular section of this country, mismanaging the wealth of this nation, and they have been denying other parts from partaking in the country's leadership, which has been holding us back for a long time. Good evening, my lady, and the guests in the house. On amalgamation, I think Mr. Lawal is just talking because not reality. Okay, all right, this wasn't properly written. I'm sorry. Esther, good evening. I greet your guests in the studio. My name is Gilbert from Ikorodu. From what your guest said, not Mr. Ekunda, Mr. Mbata, I can say that Nigeria is not a thorough democratic state. It is undemocratic to drag people with diverse tongues, diverse cultures, and diverse religions without their mutual consent to become one. All those who hold a view that Nigeria is indivisible are autocratic and dictatorial. It is hypocritical for anyone to say Nigeria is working. It is not working. We should not hold the views of few politicians who have access to the nation's wealth, who enjoys good life with stolen wealth of the nation, to deceive us that Nigeria is well situated. Please tell that your guest mentioned where this administration has done well. Such good this administration has done, according to him, has not reflected in the economic lives of the masses. Any reform or policy that does not reflect in the lives of the masses is not a good one. And to Esther and the cerebral view, I salute you all. Rather, Mr. Peterobi, VP, please let's leave the entire cruise. We cannot continue to permutate for incompetence. It's so sad that the system is hijacked under this quasi-democracy that is forced down our throats in Nigeria. Simisola from Isolo. Good evening, Adewale from Oshodi. Let's call a spade a spade. APC admission was totally failed. I just imagine the way this APC brought different types of war, machinery, terrorists with sophisticated weapons during the 2015 elections. So now they can't control these their visitors anymore. President Bola Tinubu knew they had totally failed. That is why he cancelled independence celebrations. What are we celebrating with all this disaster and hardship, inflation of normal basic things, especially foodstuff, and this admission are drilling us with different types of taxes. We pay tax almost every minute by minute, and this government didn't fix any single welfare to the Nigerian masses. My concern is that Nigerians have solid mineral resources, incomes of many parastatals like sea and airport and IGR money. They're using our tax money to live luxuriously. Good evening, Queen Esther, an honorable guest in the studio, and Babiji from Oshodi, praying that God will continue to keep you all in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much, Babiji. Good evening, Esther, and your guest. I agree with your guest, Mr. Femi and Jonathan. He has a right to contest because he finished his boss's Yarado's tenure of 2 years. The lawyers will argue it out in court. On the progress, the present APC-led administration has failed Nigerians. I stand to be corrected. On Independence Day anniversary, a man or woman of 65 years old should be a grandpa or ma. Still, Nigeria is using feeding bottle. What an irony. May God bless Nigeria. Online chief from Arabo. Good evening, VOP. Esther, one of your analysts is biased. He said that the government has got so many achievements in the past 10 years. So why couldn't he mention even one achievement? I think he's an APC member. Good evening, Esther. The third guest doesn't know what he's saying. I was expecting him to give us an elderly analysis. He's just going off key. I'm like... Henry from my bird. Mr. Femi. Good evening, VOP. I disagree with your guest that said in 2 years this government has got private refinery. Which refinery is he talking about? If it is Dangote refinery, sorry, it was not achieved by these 2 years. Go back and check. Peter Agbafo from Surulere. Obed Oji, yes sir, Goodluck Jonathan has only been sworn in as president once. However, Goodluck Jonathan should please continue to rest so that his integrity and respect he has garnered over time. Let him go and disgrace himself at the presidential election come 2027. Yes sir, I mean, tuning with that new analyst in the studio, the government may have done one or two things well. However, ceteris paribus simply means when the bad is more than the good, then the bad swallows the good, meaning the good becomes insignificant. This is what analyst Lawal Ekundai is saying. He has enumerated the bad, and it is obvious it has swallowed the few good ones done by the present government. Good evening, Esther. The man, Mr. Femi, defending the present administration should at least list 3 to 5 achievements of this administration. Mr. Adegoke from Idimu. I am Momo Ayodele. Good evening, Esther. I agree to your guest. I disagree with one of your guests there. Why can't he mention one good thing this particular government has done since they took power? Momo Ayodele. Good evening, Esther. Please, you should be cautious of the analysts you bring to the studio. You have millions of intelligent people listening to your programs. Festus from Alakbare, Kitsu. Thank you, Festus. Good evening, Esther, and the erudite analyst in the studio. My take is on GEJ's alleged participation in the presidential election slated for 2027. If I'm to advise him, I should tell him not to bother himself, but join forces with Mr. Peterobi as presidential aspirant. The president Nigerians want now is Obi. He's the only one with a clear vision and focus for a new Nigeria. The Nigerian stream. Egege from Agege. Esther, I agree to all of you. We didn't know of value or independence that we got on a platter of gold when we are not ripe to govern ourselves. Instead of total freedom, it led us to internal colonization. Since APC came on board, it's 1 step forward, 3 steps backward. Ama from Ogun State. Good evening. Christians are being persecuted, and your president is afraid of speaking the truth about the killings of Christians by Islamic terrorists. Leo from Lagos. What is the religion of Boko Haram terrorists, ISWAP terrorists, Fulani terrorists, Lakurawa terrorists? I score Tinubu 0. Good evening, VOP team. Today on Evening Rush, now the Yoruba are saying the need for self-determination to part ways from Nigeria and become a nation because of Fulani killing them. UN, USA, OAU, and so on have been written as a request and talking in all media stations today. And Benue Plateau are being heavily killed, and everyone kept silent. A media discussion very slim. Why? We talked about it heavily here. The Igbos, Biafra, were tagged terrorists for demanding for self-determination, and terrorism in that region is unprecedented. Can the government of Nigeria today also declare this agitation from the Yoruba nation as terrorism? If the government fails to do that, Igbo and Nnamdi Kanu should be set free with compensation paid to Igbos for defamation and libel on their image. Patrick from Oshodi. Oga, tell us the gains. The streets will feel the progress if there is. Good evening, gentlemen and Esther. I think Mr. Lawal is trying to avoid secession or Nigerian disintegration matter. That's why he's avoiding the amalgamation talk. But you should know that those who doesn't know where the rain started beating them will never know where it stopped. Those days he said Nigeria were doing well. It was only the colonial masters that were enjoying Nigerian economy. In fact, they have quarters like Apapa and a place called a Jagune boundary where they live. That separated them from the citizens. Same thing also happened in South Africa. All right, we the citizens should be united and seek for true democracy and support ourselves. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. This person said I should not be.
You should not be.
He said, now you, the person carry you for head. All right, Mr. Tony Bata, what's your final take?
My final take is that somebody said I'm still suffering from the syndrome of losing the election 2023. Peterobi did not lose that election. We see what is coming up. It's only the system, and that's why we are crying, and that's why we are preaching. Right. That let us strengthen our system. Okay. Nigeria will be good.
Mr. Femi Ferguson, briefly.
Fellow Nigerians, it is pinching you and also pinching me. Please, I'm not trying to say that this country, this administration has scored 100%. What I'm trying to say, in these 10 years or 2 years of President Bola Tinubu, that I'm not saying everything he has done is wrong. What I'm trying to say, in the midst of the failures, there is at least one or two things we can say, well done, so you did this well. I'm not trying to say that they have done very well. I go to the same market with you, and my children go to the same school with your children. Okay. So please try to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to throw away the child with the bad water. That's what I'm trying to say, please.
All right.
I want you to understand what I'm saying.
Mr. Lawyer Kundara.
I have a dream in which Nigerian political leaders will be servants of the people.
Okay.
I have a dream in which Nigerian people will be the Lord, and then our politicians will be our servants.
Exactly.
I have a dream in which this country, the leaders, no matter where you come from, you are coming to serve the people. You collect your salary and then you go back home, and then we'll have a true leader. I have a dream in which our leaders will serve us, and then we'll all be happy in this country.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on the program this evening. My name is Esther Machuku. Thank you, Lagos, for being part of the conversation. Kindly join us. Tomorrow is a full day for us. Join the news team. We'll be having a special broadcast from 12 to 3 o'clock. We'll be looking into Nigeria's Independence Day. The question is Nigeria truly independent? It's going to be a full-packed program. Join me, Esther Machuku, Chama Innocent, Solomon Ofem, and a couple of analysts in the studio while we give a breakdown of Nigeria's history, specifically since 1960 up to now. And obviously, I'll be joining you as well on the Evening Rush tomorrow. So stay with us, and bye for now.